those finishes, and I think that to hold events like this is doing the sport a lot of good.
And as a swimmer, very demanding. You've got to be right on song straight away.
Well, as I say, the finishes are so close. It comes down to good starts and good turns as well. Very technical and very exciting to watch.
And here's the full lineup for the junior event. Newcastle, Oxford, Portsmouth North Sea, Nova Centurion from Nottingham, and Kirklees from Yorkshire. Each team has 4 boys and 4 girls. Each swimmer swims 3 times, once in an individual race, once in a medley relay, and once in a freestyle relay. The total accumulated time over the 12 races will decide the winners. And so to the first of our 12 races, the boys 50 metres butterfly. In lane 1 for Newcastle, 16-year-old national age group team champion Tony Stevenson. 14-year-old Stuart Baker goes for Oxford in lane 2. In lane 3 for Portsmouth North Sea, 15-year-old Justin Whitbread. In 4 for Nova, bronze medalist in the age group championship, Glenn Hall. And in 5 for Kirklees, 15-year-old Craig Barraclough. At the poolside is David Wilkie, your commentator, Drew Gordon.
And these young men, 14 to 16-year-olds, starting off the Junior Speedo Fastwater meet of 1989 with 50 metres butterfly. Already it's very close between Glenn Hall and the yellow hat of Nova, just touching first there in lane 4, and Justin Whitbread, the blue hat of Portsmouth. So it's Portsmouth and Nova in this first event, 50 metre. Very close. All swimmers going to have to be on stroke for the touch. Very close, but indeed going first place, 28.66 to Glenn Hall, just getting the touch there in this 50 metre butterfly. And at the finish of this butterfly, very important to be on stroke. Glenn Hall, head down, going for the wall, and just gets the fingertips in before Justin Whitbread.
But desperately close. The winning margin, 11 hundredths of a second, only 14 hundredths between first and third. Now on to event number 2, the girls' butterfly. In lane 1 for Newcastle, national age group champion and member of the England youth squad, Samantha Foggo. In 2 for Oxford, county champion at the 100 fly, Ellen Strange. In 3 for Portsmouth North Sea, 13-year-old Annabelle Gilmore. In 4 for Nova, county champion, national age group qualifier, 14-year-old Kane Mellors. And in 5 for Kirklees, 12-year-old Susan Smith. The girls' butterfly.
And a clean start for all 5 girls in the 50 metres butterfly. Already showing over on the far side the red hat of Newcastle and Samantha Foggo. They're very experienced international swimmer, been to Canada, but being pressed also in the white hat of Oxford, Ellen Strange, in front of her home crowd, giving it the best shot. Also coming through, young Susan Smith, the youngest in the competition, 12 years of age, in the green hat of Kirklees, nearest the camera, just ahead of the races, the last few metres, and it looks like white hat of Oxford and Ellen Strange. And as the girls come into the finish here, Susan Smith, the youngest swimmer in the field, is pressing in the white hat, Ellen Strange. And both swimmers are on stroke. It's all about the touch. Who wins that race is anyone's guess at this stage.
Susan, we had you in 3rd position. In fact, the time scoreboard showed you as 3rd. The referees overruled the decision and put you in 1st. What do you think of that?
It's great. It's absolutely great. I wasn't expecting to do that at all. Because all the others are a lot older than me, just so I didn't have a chance. Came in and I glided in like and pushed the pad. I don't think I hit it hard enough there.
Congratulations on your 1st place.
Thank you.
It's a wonderful win by 100th of a second from Ellen Strange, with Samantha Foggo another 10th of a second back in 3rd place. And overall, Newcastle, who won neither race, have the overall lead by 2/10 of a second from Nova Centurion, Kirklees 3rd, Portsmouth 4th, and Oxford 5th. Event 3, the boys' backstroke. In 1 for Newcastle, nationally ranked Scottish swimmer, 15-year-old Simon Kelly. In 2 for Oxford, 14-year-old Nicholas Cross. In 3 for Portsmouth North Sea, 15-year-old James Ralph. In 4 for Nova, bronze medalist in the Midland Age Group Championships, Craig Alderson. And in 5 for Kirklees, 15-year-old Simon Summers, a promising youngster who's learning to deal with asthma.
Notice you use an inhaler. Does asthma cause you any problems?
Well, I've had it for about 6 years now, so I'm almost getting through it.
Do you have to use it before the race and before training?
Well, I normally take it just before training and a race to be sure. I'm getting rid of it though.
Any problems with medication in terms of it being banned?
No?
No.
No, not at all.
And the next stroke in the series is backstroke with the Simon Summers of Kirklees in the green hat, already making a very, very strong pitch for first place. Getting to the turn, beautiful action on the turn, good drive off the wall, nice flowing stroke from this boy. He's been identified with asthma and already moving very strong, but being pressed over on the far side by Simon Kelly, the Scottish international youth swimmer. But it goes to, in lane 5 with a time of 30 seconds flat, Simon Summers of Kirklees.
Simon, a good race. It seems that everything you thought you were going to do, you did.
Yeah, I went out well, but I missed the return a bit.
Did the turn worry you?
Not really. I came out of it pretty well.
And the finish of the backstroke as they go under the flags, very important to keep the head steady and keep going to the finish. And Simon Summers shows that to perfection as he touches out Simon Kelly in the red hat.
And he wins by 0.2 of a second from Simon Kelly. A big gap then to James Ralph, then Craig Alderson and Nicholas Cross, 5th for Oxford. And Newcastle's lead is now even narrower, 0.05 of a second over Kirklees, then Portsmouth, Nova Centurion, and way back are Oxford. Event 4, the girls' backstroke. In lane 1 for Newcastle, national age group finalist Helen Story. In 2 for Oxford, Midland area finalist, county record holder at the 50 back, Claire Nash. In 3 for Portsmouth North Sea, the 15-year-old who's just been selected for the English intermediate squad, Linda Raxter. In 4 for Nova, national age group finalist in 87, 16-year-old Heidi Coburn. And in 5 for Kirklees, 14-year-old Rachel Glenhill. The girls' backstroke.
A long hold there by the starter, but the girls getting off to a very fine back crawl start. In the blue hat in the centre of your picture, Linda Raxter, the 15-year-old English intermediate squad member, already taking charge of this race. Good turn from Linda, nice drive out and into the stroke. Head steady, very tall girl, reaching back. In second place, it's the battle between the white hat of Oxford and the red of Newcastle. But Linda Raxter of Portsmouth North Sea gets their first victory in the 50 backstroke.
Linda, it looked like a very comfortable victory there. Did you expect to go out that fast, and was that your plan?
That was my plan, yeah. I was really pleased, got a good start, and it just went well from there.
Anybody that you were worried about?
No, not really. I was quite confident.
Well done.
Here, so very important to recognise the steady head position in the backstroke. Linda showing a good, aggressive effort to keep the revs up on this stroke. One little fault for the finish. She will look over her shoulder to check where the wall is and therefore shorten that final stroke.
But the biggest margin so far, 1.27 seconds for Linda Raxter. Claire Nash and Helen Story given the same time in second place. And Portsmouth now moving to the lead by 0.2 of a second from Newcastle, Kirklees, Nova Centurion and Oxford. That's the situation. We'll be back with you in just a couple of minutes. Welcome back to the junior final here at the Speedo Fastwater meet. We move on now to event 5, the boys breaststroke. In 1 for Newcastle, a fast improving 16-year-old Martin Douglas. In 2 for Oxford, county junior record holder in the 400 medley, 14-year-old Marcus Simpkins. In 3 for Portsmouth North Sea, 15-year-old Nicholas Poole. In 4 for Nova, 7th in the National Age Group Championships, Stephen Hutchinson. And in 5 for Kirklees, 14-year-old Stephen Lodge. The boys' breaststroke.
Very fast start from Nicholas Poole of Portsmouth North Sea in the blue cap. Very explosive off the block. And already taken 2 or 3 metres as we go down this first 25. Nicholas Poole of Portsmouth North Sea, 15 years of age, and really having a go at this 50 breaststroke. The most difficult race to swim fast because of the technical nature. No one else challenging. It's Nicholas Poole all the way from block to pad, leaving the swimmers 3 or 4 metres in his wake.
Nicholas, you certainly went for that race.
Yeah, I went out fast, kept my stroke long, a good turn, I came out winning.
Were you surprised that you got such a good start and the referee let you away with it?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a really good start and underwater pull.
Did you work on that in training?
Yeah, I work a lot from the start and underwater pull in training.
What sort of time were you aiming for there?
About 30, high 30, 30.9.
30.6, so is that any good?
Yeah, thanks, it's good. Excellent time.
An excellent time it is, and it's 2.5 seconds better than anyone else. Stephen Lodge in second place for Kirklees, Stephen Hutchinson third for Nova Centurion. And overall now, Portsmouth's lead is emphatic, 3.5 seconds over Newcastle, then Kirklees, Nova Centurion, and Oxford are fifth. The girls' breaststroke in 1 for Newcastle, national age group number 1 2 years ago, 14-year-old Jill Campbell. In 2 for Oxford, 13 years old from Israel, Netta Cohen. In 3 for Portsmouth North Sea, 15-year-old Zoe Platt. In 4 for Nova, third in the National Age Group Championships, 15-year-old Nicola James. And in 5 for Kirklees, and she's 14 years old today. Happy birthday to Sally Dickens. The girls' breaststroke.
A very late start there from Sally Dickens on the near side. The technical breaststroke now. Girls all in a line in this first 15 metres. Slightly showing the white hat of Netta Cohen, the 13-year-old from Israel, who has hopes of making her national team in the 8 Nations competition. But already it's Nicola James clutching her on the turn. Nicola James with a very good turn out of the breaststroke. And it's lane 2 in the white hat and lane 4 in the yellow hat as we come to the finish. Netta Cohen holding on, but who gets the touch? Split by the electronic, going to Netta Cohen in 35.05.
Netta, a good victory for the home crowd there.
Yeah,
How important was it for you to win that race?
very, because it was such a lot of pressure. My friends told me I'm going to win, and I didn't think I would win.
How do you think your school friends are going to react to you winning this race on television?
They'd be very surprised.
Netta Cohen in the white hat and Nicola James in the yellow hat, battling stroke for stroke into the last 5 metres. Again, so important in the breaststroke to be absolutely spot on. Looks like Nicola James has just taken it, but Netta manages to get her fingers to the wall first. 3/100ths of a second split those girls.
And it's just what Oxford needed at a critical time for them. Nicola James second, Zoe Platt third for Portsmouth, then Jill Campbell and Sally Dickens. Portsmouth 4 seconds in front at the halfway stage. Newcastle second, then Nova, Kirklees, and finally Oxford, but they're still there. The boys freestyle in lane 1 for Newcastle, 16-year-old national age group team champion Ian Trinder. In 2 for Oxford, 15-year-old Philip Cox. In 3 for Portsmouth North Sea, Michael Watt. In 4 for Nova Centurion, 15-year-old national age group finalist Duncan Murdoch. And in 5 for Kirklees, 15-year-old Joe Leveridge. The boys freestyle.
Very far forward start for Duncan Murdoch in the yellow cap of Nova. Didn't give him any advantage as we see the green cap of Kirklees. Joe Leveridge, their captain in this junior Speedo Fastwater meet event, going in and out the turn very, very very strong. Joe Leverage, 15-year-old national age group finalist last year, being pressed over in lane 1, perhaps being overhauled by Ian Trinder of Newcastle. But Leverage holds out in 25.19 to take first place.
Okay, Joe, you were falling a little bit behind the leaders there, the team, but you made up quite a distance. You expected to win that race?
Not particularly, no, it's not my distance. So I was a bit nervous about it, but it went all right, I think.
How do you psych yourself up for such a short race?
I just get adrenaline flowing and get enough oxygen to my lungs.
Here, Joe Leverage of Kirklees showing a good form in the turn. Takes the breath, ducks the head under, brings the legs over to plant on the wall, and immediately the legs leave the wall, they start to drive and back into the stroke.
Good victory for Joe Leverage by 13/100ths of a second, but importantly, Michael Watt from Portsmouth, 1.23 seconds off the lead. Overall, Portsmouth still in front, but Newcastle have cut that lead to under 3 seconds. Then Kirklees, then Nova, and finally Oxford. Now, event 8, the girls freestyle. In 1 for Newcastle, a fast-improving 16-year-old Lucy Clark. In 2 for Oxford, 16-year-old Debbie Simpson. In 3 for Portsmouth North Sea, 15-year-old Joanne McHarg, daughter of the Scottish Rugby Union International, Alistair McHarg. In 4 for Nova, national age group qualifier, 14-year-old Lisa Marchant. And in 5 for Kirklees, 13-year-old Justy Phillips.
Portsmouth are in number 1 position, so the pressure really is on you to maintain that position.
Yeah, I'm going to try and go.
Do you feel nervous?
Yeah, very.
And how do you control that nervous energy?
I can't.
So you think it's good to be a little bit nervous?
I swim better when I'm nervous.
Well, at the second time of asking, this girls 50 freestyle, the final individual event in the programme, is underway. Already showing well is the 6-foot tall Joanne McHarg of